Hi, my name's Frank Schaefer, and I have been on a roller coaster of a journey when it comes to politics, faith, and a lot of other things. About the only thing I've really stuck with in my life is two things: a commitment to art through my writing, the dozen or so books that I have out, both novels and nonfiction, and my commitment to Jeannie, who I got pregnant when she was 17 and I was 18. And we were in Switzerland in a fundamentalist mission. You can imagine how that went over. But here we are 46 years later with 3 grown children and 5 grandchildren, and a life committed to each other as best friends through all those ups and downs. And it's as a grandfather and a father that I look at this election between Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump, not really in any other way. I really don't care about the politics or the political parties. I'm registered myself, first as a Republican back in the day when I was on the religious right, then as a Democrat, then as an independent. You know, I've never been happy with these party labels. But I just have to say something to you, and that is that in this election, the difference between Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump is not one of party. It's one of an existential threat against the well-being of my children and grandchildren and a sane and rational future. So, you know, I'm going to do something here, and that is just say I'm done with playing around with the kind of cynicism that has become so typical of commentary today, saying, well, you know, Hillary has her faults, and Bill Clinton and their foundation, and do you trust her, and so forth, and the lesser of two evils, and all the rest of this. You know, I'm going to work my ass off for Hillary Clinton to get her elected, because I believe she will be a great president. But even if I'm wrong, and all she is a sane politician who's cynical and grasping and all the worst things you could think about her, I'm still going to work my ass off for her, for the same reason that I would grab my grandchildren out of a burning car and run like hell without discussing the make or model of the car. Because there's a difference between combating an existential threat against the United States and politics as usual. This is not politics as usual. Donald Trump is the worst human being to ever run for a major office at this level in our country's history, period. And I read history. There's never been anything like this. There have been other demagogues who have made their presence felt, George Wallace, etc. But there's never been anyone who has been the titular head of a political party who is literally a fascist pig. This man is America's Vladimir Putin. This man is the enemy of democracy. This man is the enemy of diversity. This man is the enemy of tolerance. The choice this autumn is not between the Democrats and the Republicans, or between Bernie Sanders and Hillary, or between someone you trust and someone you don't trust. The choice is between an abyss, a culture and country-ending abyss, as we put our future into the hands of a fool and a tyrant and a bully and a braggart and a liar, and a sane, ordinary human being who I happen to really believe in. So enough with this cynicism of on the one hand and the other hand. I think Hillary Clinton will be a great president. I don't think she's a great or even a very good politician. And of course, I can't get in her heart and mind and know if she's a good person. Look, I came out of a background of disliking the Clintons enough so that when Bill Clinton wrote me a personal handwritten note on a card from his office in New York after he had been president, thanking me for an op-ed I wrote for the Washington Post called My Heart on the Line. You can go type in Frank Schaefer, My Heart on the Line, Washington Post, talking about my journey as a father of a Marine and what it meant to me to discover the honor of the United States military in a time of war as my son was being sent to war. And I moved Bill Clinton, and he wrote me a handwritten note saying how deeply moved he had been by reading the piece. I didn't answer him or thank him for the note because I had never liked the Clintons. But I've changed, actually. I like Hillary quite a bit. I like her better as a leader than I did her husband. I believe in her for a lot of reasons, for the sake of my daughters, for the sake of the future, for her vision of America. But that aside, forget it. Every American who loves this country is going to fight to see her become president and to see a majority in the Senate become Democratic, to stop these people who have disrespected Barack Obama for 8 years, who have lied to us, and who have now vomited up into our national life this excrescence. Donald Trump, this Putin-grasping, horrible betrayer of American values, who even asked the Russians to spy on the political process to help him become president. This disgusting dark blot, this pit. I believe in America. I believe in our future. I believe in the world my little grandchildren are being launched into, and I will defend it. And I ask you to as well. So get rid of the cynicism here, whatever your views of the Clintons, and please join me. As I told a 24-year-old at a conference I went to recently, he said, "What should I be doing with the rest of my life?" I said, "Well, I don't know about the rest of your life, but between now and November, I know what you should be doing. Drop everything or you will have no future, and fight for Hillary Clinton, because if Donald Trump becomes president, it doesn't matter what career you choose. We are fucked." So join me and help me allow this woman to lead us away from this blight and start a new chapter in American history. Please, thank you. My name is Frank Schaeffer.